Hello, Cancer, and welcome. I'm Jessie. This is Playful Moon Tarot. So grateful to have you here. This is going to be a general reading for the full moon in Aquarius that's happening on August 1st at 11:31 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to read a little bit of the Sabian symbol just to kind of give an overall feeling of the energy that we are all kind of dealing with on a collective level as well as on a personal and individual level. Then I will pull some tarot to kind of get into a little bit more of a specific energy for you guys. But with this Sabian symbol, it reads, a popularity that proves ephemeral. The word is appropriation. The theme is the swinging of the pendulum. Symbol speaks to having courage to move forward even when the going gets rough or when it seems there is no appreciation of effort, of accomplishment. The image of popularity that proves ephemeral alludes to the inevitable downfall or personal rejection that every individual will experience in some time in their life. The implication is that success is actually the greatest point of challenge in any experience, and that the average person is inclined to rest on their laurels when he hears applause, while the individual with foresight knows that the pendulum will swing in the other direction. There's a real sense to just keep the faith and really take care of ourselves around the time of this full moon. With the energy of this summer, just generally speaking as well, self-care is a really big theme, but um, really just take care of yourself, nurture yourself the best that you can. Understand that some of these energies are just really intense. And also with full moon, the energy really can just shine a light on the area of our life that we have come to a completion of a cycle, or things that really still need to be brought to the surface and be addressed during this time that we need to hold space for. So sometimes the energy around full moons can feel a little bit more challenging than others. So the energy you guys are moving away from, Temperance card. I feel for some of you guys, there's been a lot of shifts within the home space and within your personal relationships, really, and really trying to work out this new balance that has kind of been forced upon you guys. Temperance is really starting to try to work with two different things to make something new, okay? There's a real sense that you guys have kind of been, let's say, put into a kitchen, given a few ingredients and say, like, make something, right? And you're just in there and you're just working with new stuff and you're really trying to find the balance, right? Really trying to figure out what's going to work well and what isn't. And this, I feel, has really been showing up in the area of your guys' house life, relationships, finances, things of that nature have really been put through the test, the ringer, feeling strained, feeling tension. This could be, with your partnerships too, because here with the Lovers card, with the energy that's really circling you around this full moon, I really feel like this is really highlighting the relationship you have with others. There's a real focus on your relationship with others right now. With the nodes also just recently changing and the South Node going into Libra, all 12 signs right now are really being asked to reevaluate the different relationships in their life for how it's showing up in everybody's, natal charts specifically and differently. It's not all cookie cutter, right? But there is a big ask for all 12 signs to really be reevaluating partnerships, business relationships, coworkers, friendships, okay? Like relationships as far as, living with a spouse or not living with a spouse, okay? Looking for love. What do you want to see in a relationship if you are single and it's something that is a topic for you and you're wanting to find love? Where are you at right now? What are you looking for now? Is it different than what you would have looked for a year ago or 6 months ago or 5 years ago? Really reevaluating your relationships with others, how you relate to others, how you are relating to others. There could be some secrets coming to the surface too, especially around the time of the full moon. Full moons tend to shine light in the area of our life that it is asking. Because the relationship theme is so strong for you guys, I feel like for some of you guys might be getting in on some secrets that maybe somebody else was keeping from you, or there's something about maybe some things coming to the surface that could potentially cause more changes, which I really don't want to say, because I know that you're one of the signs that's really been going through it lately, but I don't want to lie about the energy that I am picking up in this reading either. Okay. So, Emperor. I really feel like for you guys are really going to be asked right now to get into a place of ownership of where you are going. Really having to make some tough decisions around what your universe is going to look like in the next few months, as far as you being the ruler of your kingdom. So who is welcome in your kingdom? Who is not welcome in your kingdom? Who is welcome in your home? Who's not welcome in your home? Those kinds of energies and themes. A real sense of needing to step into that leadership role and really advocating for yourself and where you want to go, because the focus is so much on relationships and the other people around you. With the Emperor coming in, I feel like that is you guys taking all of that information that you guys gather around the time of this full moon and having one of those moments where you really sit with yourself and be like, okay, as the boss of my own life, as the ruler of my own life, as, the person that is in charge of my destiny in my own life and what I want to see for myself, what are the changes that I need to make? What are the decisions that I need to make? The word decision is just really, sorry, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Whew, it's really potent for you guys. So, really be kind to yourself. Go to friends that you feel really support you. If you have family you can lean on during this time, I really encourage you guys to find friends, family, support group, a counselor. There's just a real sense of finding some support for you guys right now, because I definitely feel like there is just been some energy around you that needs to get teased out and really evaluated for if it is serving your highest purpose moving forward. Full moons are also about completion. So some of these relationships just could be coming to an end because it is their time of completion and release. And when that happens, I like to tell myself that there's something out there that's better for me, even though that doesn't take away from how challenging the moment is. It gives me that light at the end of the tunnel. So that's something that I like to try to, put in the back of my brain when I'm going through changes that feel really upsetting, is that there must be something better then. Like the universe must have something better for me. And if I continue to go out there and look for it, the universe will provide it for me. That is just how I like to personally see the universe. So, and I like to have humor about it, because sometimes I'm like, universe, spirit guides, y'all know what you're asking of me? Okay. Or us, sorry. Us is just like a collective in general, right? Because we're all feeling the energy this summer. With this temperance energy, these new things coming in for you guys, these changes that have been taking place, I really feel like has caused a pause moment for you. Three of Wands talks about a pause. Really looking at the landscape after all of these changes have just taken place and being like, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I make of this? Now how do I move forward? I'm looking at the landscape for what it is and what is my best way through this obstacle course. What do I, what do I need to pack? What do I need to bring with me? And what do I need to prepare myself for as I traverse these new landscapes, this new area, this new, wherever you're going, right? This new chapter. King of Wands. I feel like for some of you guys do have a mentor that may potentially be a male that has been helping you guys recently. And if not, there is kind of been this undercurrent for you of the universe reminding you of what you're passionate about. And for some of you, the reason why these changes have been taking place, even if you didn't think you were ready to go after this, there's a sense that in the background, there's been something that's been calling to your guys' attention. And in order for this thing to come to fruition, and this might be for kind of a smaller group of you, so sorry, bear with me here for a second, but there is this theme around something's been drawing your attention away from what you were doing. And for some of you, it is the direction that you're supposed to go, or a chapter you're supposed to experience. And what all of this change has been doing and shaking out for you guys is to get you guys into alignment with what your soul is passionate about doing. And I feel like there's just been some really big changes for you guys, and now you guys are kind of moving in a different direction. Or if you have that feeling of the rug being pulled out from underneath you and you were like, well, no, actually I was quite happy with the way that things were going, I didn't necessarily want, these changes to take place. There is that sense of there is something better. Even if you thought what you had was good, there is just this sense that something out there that is better for you, that is more in alignment, that what your soul came down here to experience. So that's kind of for a smaller group of you, but there is this sense that there was kind of that push right into the pool by your grandpa, even though you had your little floaties on, but you get pushed into the pool in that moment of like, oh no, that, you didn't necessarily ask for these changes. But I feel like for some of you, again, this might be a small part of you, you're going to be able to look back on this experience and like, they're giving me about a year or two roughly. Now, timelines can change as we move through space, right? But at the time of this reading, for some of you, you'll be able to look back in a year or two and realize why all of these changes took place. So moving forward, with the emphasis really being on your relationships around the time of this full moon, 7 of Wands. I feel like for some of you guys kind of got some tricky energy, especially kind of going back to the secrets. I hate to say this, and I just have to be really honest with the energy that they're giving me. Some of these secrets that you guys find out might really change some relationships, like getting a divorce. Not for all of you, but I feel like there's some secrets that are going to come up around the time of this full moon for some of you. It's really going to be enlightening and challenging all at the same time. But right after the 7 of Wands came out, the Magician came out. The Magician is all about realizing how you build your world and being able to take the magic and the alchemy of your current situation and make something better. Even if it's challenging, even if it's not necessarily the funnest thing, the Magician comes out when you are given the opportunity to really take a moment and take stock and really start to change things up in a more magical way. Really start to embrace these things that are falling away from you as the universe clearing space for you to then build something even better for yourself. It can be challenging, it can be sad, it can be devastating. I'm not trying to take away from any of those really strong emotions that come to the surface, especially around the time of a full moon. Things just get a little bit more intense. Really try to self-care. Really know that other people's behavior is not a reflection on you. Whoever needs to hear that. Other people's behavior is not a reflection on you. Hold yourself high. Still hold yourself in that same regard and that same love. Okay? And know that this is just an opportunity for things to become better for you. The Emperor, really needing to make some tough decisions, I feel like. 6 of Cups is really about kind of rebalancing, giving and receiving, really taking stock of the relationships in your life. What am I giving and what am I receiving back from that? And if it is not in a balance, then it needs to really be assessed. It needs to be assessed, it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be balanced out the best way that it can, okay? So that you can remain in a harmonious state moving forward. Really try to picture a harmonious state moving forward. The Tower. Any of this shocking news that's going to come up for you guys and these shocking changes, and maybe you're living with somebody one minute and then the next you're moving in with your friend. Whatever Tower moment comes, whatever shocking news, whatever is kind of falling away and these changes that take place, know that you have the strength to get through it, and know that when those tower moments come for us, it's just clearing away things that are not stable, that are not serving our highest good, things that are just no longer in alignment with where we're going. And also the nodes just shifted. The North Node went into Aries. That's really putting a fire under all of our butts to really start to go in the direction that we are in alignment with now. And with the South Node moving into Libra, relationships are in question all across the board, okay? Really self-care, really take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, take care of yourself. Do what you need to do to self-care. That is just the best thing they're just self-care. Spend time with people who love you. Spend time with people that nourish your soul. Spend time with people who celebrate you, and really try to understand that other people's behavior is not a reflection of you. So I'm going to pull one more love note from the universe here. This is from Fox Under the Moon. And the first one that popped out is, I open my heart to receive love. So if somebody, is in question that you really loved, and maybe they didn't do the best by you, don't close your heart space off forever, okay? Trusting can be hard, and when that trust is broken, it really makes us not want to trust again. And I know that I'm one to talk. I have kind of closed my heart space off too, but it's not always the best to do. I'm not recommending that, okay? Really try to stay open to receiving love from the people that you currently trust right now. And I open my heart to new things. I really feel like this is really the universe encouraging you that even through, because, you guys are also really sensitive. You guys really feel things. You guys are very intuitive, and you guys feel things very deeply. Don't let some of these challenges ruin how deeply you feel. And I feel like the universe is, I'm not a Cancer in any way, shape, or form of any of my signs, but I feel like the universe is also like, hey, you too. As I feel a little bit hypocritical right now because I'm telling you guys to do things that I myself find really challenging, but I feel like I've also missed out on some opportunities because I have been so closed off. So I'll just leave it at that. I am growing at my own pace. But with that all being said, still be kind to yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Remain open, but with what, feels comfortable and right for you at this time, okay? I'm sending you guys a lot of love. I know you guys have been really going through it, so I'm just sending you guys some positive energy, some positive juju, some love, and some respect, because you guys have been, my hats are off to you guys, because I can feel your guys' energy, and I'm also there myself, but in a little bit of a different sense. So if anything in this message resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy full moon.